Overseer, undertaker, pest destroyer, boiler maker, chimney sweep and steeplejack, foreman in a copper mine, truckman, pilot, what's my line? With panel members, David Nixon, Isobel Barnett, Barbara Kelly, Gilbert Harding, and your chairman, Eamonn Andrews.
Well, you're very welcome, of course, and it seems like old times once again, and I don't think I'll explain the rules. You'll probably know that they've got a chance of guessing people's occupations before 10 no's are notched up. All right, so we'll ask our first challenger to sign in, please. Charles E. Hall. You're welcome, Mr. Hall. Where do you come from?
North Kensington.
North Kensington, all right. And you have a piece of mime ready to help and not confuse the panel. Would you let them have it?
Ah, that helps.
Oh, was that it? All right, we're beginning true to form. And in all cases, we will, of course, show you what the challenger does for a living. If you want to play it the hard way with the panel, just close your eyes. We'll tell you when to open them. Here it comes. Yes, all right, it's all clear. And we're going to tell you, David Nixon, to begin with. We'll give you the first question that Mr. Hall is wage earning.
Thank you very much. And, Mr. Hall, the mime was a great help. I don't know what we'd have done without it. Am I right in thinking, Mr. Hall, that you don't launch Earth satellites?
You are right.
I'm right. We'd have looked a lot of Charlies if he'd said I do. Do you work with a wheelbarrow? Were you pushing a wheelbarrow in your mine?
Definitely not.
You weren't.
All right, that's one gone. Goodbye. Isobel Barnett.
Good evening, Mr. Hall. Do you work indoors?
Yes.
It didn't look as though you were being frightfully busy in your job, as though it took a lot of manual labor. Is it something that's a service rather than a making something?
Yes, yes.
Right. And we'd meet you indoors giving this service. Could we use it?
Yes.
Would we come to you to get it?
No.
You'd come to us. Right.
Oh, you'd come to us.
I'd say it's halfway between, but we'll charge you no. It could, in a way, be either way.
It could. That's always starts with me. Good evening, Mr. Hall. I've forgotten all these phrases.
So have I.
David said the am I right one. That's a
Am I
handy
right
one. That's right, yes. And the pencils for chewing. I remember that. Now, you can come to us for this service, Mr. Hall. Would you bring something with you if you came? This thing that you're holding in it. Now, this thing that were you holding something in that bit of mine that you were doing? So on it, let's presume that it was a kind of tray or something, and on it was something that you were showing us, eh?
Yes.
Tray. Oh, buddies out there. Tray. Anything to do with trays at all?
Well, that might be misleading.
It might be misleading, fellas. Nothing to do with trays.
No, I didn't say nothing.
You didn't. But it is obviously something artistic that you do, then.
No.
No.
Thank you.
Three gone.
To tie this up, I mean, you give a service we've established, and there was some doubt about whether we come to you or you come to us. But if we were in a certain place, you would do this service for us. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
And a tray is involved, although you say it's misleading.
It was a bit misleading. I think Mr. Hall is thinking of his mime, and while a tray might sometimes be involved, it wasn't in his mime.
His mind was, I may say, most unhelpful. He might have been doing anything. He might have been a businessman looking to ticker tape. I'm sure he's not that. Am I right in thinking you are not a businessman looking to ticker tape?
You're
right, sir. Good. Would you do the service for one particular person? We won't accept that question, I know. Am I right in thinking that you would do the service for many people rather than for one particular person?
Yes.
Do you work in a restaurant or a hotel?
Yes.
One thing I do know is that you are not a waiter, because that would be too easy. Do you work in the kitchens?
No.
No, that's four gone. David Nixon.
If we were to come to this establishment, then, Mr. Hall, we would see you, would we? Or be aware of you?
Probably.
Probably. Depending whether it was your day off or not. Yes.
Well, no, more than that.
More than that. I see. Are you in charge do you have a position of authority? I'm sure you have by your distinguished mime.
That's very
Is that
kind.
the right word?
Yes.
It is right.
He does have, but this is not indicated on the card. You've only got
But I
to...
get a yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. Then you are concerned with food in... very much with food, are you?
No.
You're
No,
not?
5 gone. Isobel Barnett.
But in this service you're giving us, you can bring something with you. And it's obviously not food, so what does one get in a hotel that's not food that's brought to you? I'm not thinking of drink.
Why
No.
not?
Could you bring some kind of message on this tray?
Yes.
I don't know what they're called. It could be the hall porter or a messenger.
Is it the whole porter? I'm
No,
not
I
having any more
didn't. I
fishing
said,
now.
could it be?
That's the third fish we've
A
had. One
messenger.
from Gilbert.
A messenger.
In a way.
Yeah, you're still with me. I don't know any more. If you were sort of years younger, I'd say you were one of those gorgeous little boys in buttons, but you can't be. A page.
A bellboy.
In a way.
I think that is
A bellboy?
it. No.
A bellboy?
No, I think what Isobel Barnett said is correct. Don't you think? It's fair
Well,
enough.
in a way,
Incidentally,
yes.
Isabel, may I take
Yes,
Isabel up on
yes,
that?
no,
this
we've got
business
to
of
award
years
them.
younger, at Christmas I wear those buttons and the little thing in pantomime, so never mind that years younger. No?
I think we'll have to award a knockout on that, Mr. Hall. Don't you agree? So would you tell her exactly what
What
your
is on the
occupation
card?
Head page boy.
Are you...
Head page boy,
I
yes.
bow to you.
Oh, but you aren't a page.
Yes, he is, and he will do page boy duties when his page boys are not there. Isn't that right?
Well, I should like to say as to that, I was a bit doubtful myself when the thing was first mooted, but I actually heard one of the maids ringing up the housekeeper when I was there and saying that the head page boy was making the same inquiry.
There you are. And what he was holding was not a tray, but what a page boy will hold in this very discreet hotel where he works. They do not shout out the names. They just go round with the name so as you know if you're being paged by eyesight. Thank you,
All
Mr.
you gotta
Hall.
do
I'm
is
sorry I
never
didn't
read
beat him.
I'm not at all sorry. It was a pleasure.
1-0. The panel are beginning very well, so would our next challenger sign in, please?
This has gone quiet, isn't it?
Hasn't it, yes. Mrs. Barbara Rowlands, welcome. Where are you from?
Colwyn Bay, North Wales.
Colwyn Bay, North Wales. And would you do a piece of mime for the panel? Thank you. That's it. Now make yourself comfortable. Fine. Once again, we'll show you at home what our challenger does for a living. I'll tell you when it's off the screen. All right, Isobel Barnett, Mrs. Rowlands is wage earning.
Hello, Mrs. Rowlands. It looked a job in which you used your hands rather skillfully.
Yes.
It is then a skilled manual job.
Yes.
Is it, are you making something?
Yes.
Let me have a...
I'm helping.
Oh, you're helping to make something. She's still with me. She got there first.
Now, wait a minute. In your job, are you making something?
Well, in the process, helping.
Let's have a little confidence then.
She knows this game better than any of us.
Yes, all right, yeah.
This thing that you're helping to...
No, and this might be even a little confusing to our viewers, but the answer is no.
Never mind, she was
There's a
quite definite
qualification.
on that one.
Yeah, I'd do it, Rowlands. It's useful, though, eh?
Yes.
To
very
somebody.
useful. Yes.
Can I use it? Could I use it?
I don't think so. No.
No?
No, that's
Okay,
2
thank
gone.
you.
Again, the viewer may be confused because there's one word possibly missing from the card.
One word missing on the card. You won't tell us what word it is.
No.
No. And you're very lucky to live in Colwyn Bay, and you live there.
I do.
We've already had that your work is skillful. Does it call for selection?
Yes.
So you select and you reject? Obviously.
I don't reject.
Well, we must
But
you
I do
select, you
select.
must reject. You have special knowledge.
Yes.
Is it to do with food?
No.
No, that's 3 gone. And mind you, she was quite correct, come to think of it, that she selects without rejecting, which is possible under certain circumstances. David Nixon.
I'd like to know how.
I can't understand this word missing on the card business.
Perhaps I should...
Alfred Worms on strike or something?
No, I mean, it's...
he isn't. I saw him round the back.
It's not missing. It just would have cleared up.
That would have cleared up what particular mystery? Would that help us if we knew? Yes, it would. Is this anything to do with horticulture, your job?
No, not at all. That's 4 gone. Isobel Barnett.
You select from things that have been given to you, which have all been passed, you select the right one and use your hands very carefully.
Yes.
Is it, if we couldn't buy it in a shop, would we know it if we saw it, what you eventually have helped to make?
You may do, you may not. I don't know.
We just don't know. I wouldn't like to take any bets on it. If you want, would you like me to answer?
No, because you'll give me a no. We'll try another question, shall we? Is it, it's useful?
Yes.
The end product, would you say it was decorative?
To look at.
All right, you say it.
Is it, you come from Corwin Bay, in which I agree with Gilbert, you're awfully lucky to both work and live there. Is it anything to do with entertainment in Corwin Bay?
No.
No, 5 gone. Barbara Kelly.
We're about nowhere, aren't we? I wish I was in Colwyn Bay right now, too. It is something manufactured, though.
Yes.
And it can't be used by me.
No.
Now, can it be used by men?
Yes.
But it has to be men in a certain kind of work.
Yes.
And is it the kind of work that goes on in Colwyn Bay? Can it be used in Colwyn
No.
Bay? It can't.
It isn't used in Colwyn Bay.
No. 6 gone.
We won't quarrel about select. I take it the thing's already there. I get the point. But the things that you're picking up must be the right size. Is that right?
Yes.
And we had this help over the end product. You're really helping to make something which calls for skillful picking up.
Yes.
Are they very small things that you pick up?
They are. They are small.
Are they what are called ball bearings?
No, they're not.
No, but fair enough. 7 gone. David Nixon.
What do you mean, fair enough?
I use them all the time.
Then, when you did this in your mime, Mrs. Hall, I'm so sorry, Mrs. Rowlands, did you have one in each hand?
I had something in each hand.
Oh, thank you very much. That's a yes. Right. And then, are you looking for quality?
Yes.
I see. And yet you were doubtful about rejecting them.
The quality is already assured. It's
Yes.
not. It's not your job to find that. You assume that the quality is there.
This is difficult.
If they're artistic and they're small, are they precious?
Like eggs.
Potatoes.
No longer
Or almost
precious. They have a
anything.
lion on them now.
And a chicken inside them at the same time.
Half dead.
And yet, if they're precious, they're not sold in a shop. They're precious. Is it a stone of some kind?
Yes.
Oh, dear.
Well, not what I do is sold in the shop.
No.
Oh,
Don't
not
give
what
it. Don't.
you do is sold in a shop. Oh, I
You're
see.
nearly there.
Is
You're
it a
giving-
precious stone, then, of some
is.
kind? And you are concerned in the making up of something that is later sold?
Yes.
Ah. Well, now, what do they call? Do you polish the stone?
No, I don't.
No, 9 gone, 1 left field, Barbara.
Oh, thank you. Would it help us to know what precious stone it was?
It might, yes.
Well, is it diamonds?
It is.
It's diamonds. Am I right? Ooh, a horrible phrase. In saying that the diamonds on which you work wouldn't be suitable for fingers.
That's right.
Right. So that it's could it be the diamonds that are used for cutting other
Industrial.
Nothing,
Yes.
nothing happened.
Come on, I give you
I'm not
another
gonna
15
carry on.
seconds.
No, you give me 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, let's hand it over to Gilbert because he's got lots of
Thompson watches.
water BBs.
No.
Thompson watches, no.
Well,
He's
that's
beaten the
what
panel. I'm
Is it
delighted to say
industrial
that
diamonds?
she's yes, it is
Industrial
industrial
diamonds.
diamonds, but that's not what's on the card. She is a diamond setter. And she sets the diamond in, what is this?
It's a corbett
A
drilling into the
corbett.
ground.
Not samples
Drilling
of
oil
diamonds.
wells and all that sort of
Well,
thing?
they're not gems. They're diamonds, but they're industrial diamonds. They've not been polished. They're in their natural
Never
Well,
form.
we'll
mind.
polish them ourselves.
140 in there.
And that is worth about what?
£50.
You
What
better
do you
take
call
it
that,
with you.
Mrs.
Well, just
Williams?
put it back in
It's a
here.
corbett.
Would you
I
have
know it's Brother
recognized
Harry,
it?
yes.
You know,
I was trying to get that in.
And in the mime, I was using a vacuum pencil to pick the diamonds up and putting them into a carbon mould, which makes the crown of that corbett.
Would you have recognized it, Isabel?
No.
That's what I thought. I would have given you a no straight away. All right, Barbara, you've beaten the panel. Congratulations.
Very
Well done. Good. That's fine. That makes the score 1-all. And we'd ask our next challenger to sign in, please. We're level. Mrs. Delia Dunn, how are you? Still feeling nervous?
Yes, a bit.
Not at all. Now, where do you come from?
Hanwell.
Hanwell. Would you do a piece of mime for the panel, please, Delia?
Oh, thank you.
See, always very fast. Do sit down. That's grand.
Working on this line from
And the free information is, oh, by the way, first of all, coming up on your screens is what Mrs. Delia Dunn does for a living. We'll tell you when it's off. All right, all clear. You may open your eyes now. And Mrs. Dunn is wage earning. This time we're starting the questioning with Barbara Kelly. And since it's the first time we started with you, Barbara, may I say what a nice, happy coincidence it is that this is your birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday, Don.
Thank
Barbara.
you. Me and the BBC are both 21. we haven't found out which one looks more haggard yet.
And I'm 52. I mean, as well. I mean,
Incidentally, Barbara, it gives me a chance of saying it's Monday you start your tour at Durham, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good luck for that, too.
Thank you very much indeed. Hello, Mrs. Dunn. Wage earning. Work inside, Mrs. Dunn.
Yes.
Do you help? Oh, wait a minute. There was a dirty laugh, as I remember, on what you did. I'll get this out of the way fast. Is it anything at all to do with any of the other challengers on the program tonight? There's no reference back?
No.
No? Right.
No
thank you.
intentional reference back. For all we know, there might be. That's two gone. David Nixon.
Oh, well, I was going to ask you, your mind didn't look very energetic, Mrs. Dunn. Could you, I'm not asking you, do you, but could you do it sitting down?
Yes.
You could?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, good. How very comfortable for you.
We do ours sitting down. It isn't comfortable.
Well, only this part of it, yes. Now, you were doing this in your mind. It wasn't very helpful, was it, really?
No, not really.
Were you touching anything?
Yes.
I had a feeling that you were. And, wait, do you give a service?
No, I didn't say so.
You wouldn't think you give a service? What about the fellow who employs you?
Could be a,
Yes,
it's
it
a
could
sort of
be.
a service.
Yeah, well, I got away with that one, didn't I?
But I don't know about this business of not touching anything. I mean, we can't all do its magic, you know. I mean,
No. Well, it's just as well, isn't it? I'd be out of work. Well, now, is there any kind, Mrs. Dunn, any kind of end product that comes out of the place that you work, in which you work?
Yes.
There is. And can we buy it in the shops?
Yes.
And could I buy it?
Yes.
Would I be likely to?
Yes, quite like
Would it be useful?
Yes,
Use it in the
very.
house?
Yes.
All over the house?
Yes, I should think.
In any particular room?
Yes.
Any room?
in any particular room? Yes, okay, yes. I mean, he's winning on every room in the house already.
Yes, all right then. And if anybody came into the house, would they see it when they walked in?
Oh, no.
Or would
Thank you.
I hide it?
No, that's three gone. All right, Isobel Barnett.
Then we can take it that it's not part of the furnishing of the house.
No.
can we? Right. Sounds as though the house would look jolly funny furnished with this. Is it soft in texture?
No.
No.
Go,
That's 6 gone. I'd love to know what Gilbert uses all over the house that goes... All right, David Nixon.
Gilbert, what did you have in mind?
those things.
Oh, I know, yes.
The smell of the spiller.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
Is there a... Now, I think that there is a sort of sneaky connection with the previous contestant. Now, don't give me a no straight away, but there is a sort of connection with the diamond setter, isn't there, that made the audience laugh?
No. 7 gone.
Oh.
Is this something that you find in the home used by both men and women?
Yes.
What's so funny
Wish
about
we
it?
knew what was going on. It's
One of the
so
previous
mad.
contestants. I'm looking at my previous notes.
Yes,
It was
well,
one of the
she
previous
can't be a
contestants.
page girl.
Try trades.
No, I don't want to try trades.
All right, don't try trades.
Anything consumable.
Yes.
There's something consumable in it. Is it liquid?
No.
8 gone.
Solid.
Yes.
Oh, that's clever. Can be eaten by men and women, you said. Yes. Can be eaten anywhere in the house.
Yes.
Anywhere in the house. So it's small enough to carry around. Does it come in little bits in a bag?
No.
No?
Not in little bits in a bag. No. Yes, one more.
I hesitate to introduce a new word so that we don't quarrel. Is it therapeutic?
We better say yes, because then we won't quarrel anyway.
It has a healing quality.
Yes.
You stuff aspirin into bottles. You might quite well have been packing aspirin, mightn't you?
But she wasn't, and she's beaten them. That was fine, Delia. Thank you very much. Well done. Okay.
Have one.
All right, well, there you are. Well, now we come to our celebrity spot, and as you know, the rules are different here. They have to guess who the person is, not what the line of job is. And since our celebrities are more than often easily recognizable, we ask the panel to put on the masks.
The dirty laugh.
Now, at last, you do.
Yes, now it all comes back.
All right, we all blacked out. Would our celebrity sign in, please? Thank you very much, and welcome. Now, sit down there. We'll need no tablets now. All we're going to say is that our celebrity is male, and we're going to start the questions with Gilbert Harding.
Obviously very well known. The first question we ask you always is, do you entertain the public?
Yes. David Nixon?
I didn't quite get that. Would you do it again?
Yes.
And do they see you while you're entertaining them?
Yes.
Is it show business?
No. I think that's a fair no.
Was that a no?
Yes.
Oh, is it sport?
You've got...
He's died, I think.
He's not looking very well, poor chap.
The answer to that was yes, was it?
Yes.
Do you play football?
No.
Oh.
Just the tense, perhaps, was wrong there.
Oh, did you?
Soccer?
Nope. That's 3 gone.
I want to ask you what shape the ball is, you see. Is it like that or like that?
Which do you want?
Is it a round ball?
Yes.
Are you Mr. Stanley Matthews?
No, you've got 2 questions there. But
I'm so sorry.
All right, David Nixon.
I'm so sorry.
Well, I'm glad it's a round ball. If it had been a square one, I'd have been foxed.
It was an oval ball. You can't see.
Oh, an oval one. Yeah. Cool. Well, now, that's a great help. And does it bounce, this ball?
Yes.
Oh, it does.
Ah, is it cricket? What have we had for that? We had a splendid...
Yes, buddy, yes.
Oh, it is, yes.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I don't think we've got the golfers here in time. Cricket. Oh, did you play at the Oval this season?
No.
5 gone.
In spite of your voice, I know you aren't little Mo. You didn't play the Oval this season. In that case, you can't, Mr. Compton. I know he did.
The question that was being answered, by the way, was presumably play at the Oval in a test match.
I didn't say that.
Well, we thought you did, didn't we?
That's the thing I know about. Are you a coloured person?
No.
6 gone. Let's hope we haven't confused you now, because... Yes, all right, let's have it. Who is it?
Dennis Compton.
Yes, it's Dennis Compton. All right. Yes, no, the Oval threw us a bit.
I'm sorry about that, but I thought you were referring to a test match.
Actually, I was.
Yeah, I thought he was right
Do
there.
you think I could advertise that stuff, Dennis?
You're jolly good, actually.
Take them from the back. Keep the splendid.
Keep in the proper channels, Nick.
We were talking a couple of hours ago on Sports Report when you were explaining what a Chinaman was. I'm not going to ask you that question again now, Dennis, but Gilbert was there. Lots of people missed this wonderful dinner that was given in your honor the other night, and I believe there were lots of wonderful speeches made, including Gilbert's. I can't remember any of that, but apparently you had a bit of a ribbing from your colleagues there about your running between wickets.
Yes, that's absolutely true.
May I ask you to repeat one thing there? You did give an illustration of this against yourself.
Yes, well, the illustration I gave was on my brother's sort of benefit game. And I thought this was the opportune time in which I could express my thanks to him, and by that I meant that I could score 100 for him, and it would be an ideal time. Well, I didn't get 100. I got 78 not out. And the reason I got 78 not out was because I ran out of partners. In fact, I ran 5 men out, including the beneficiary himself. And worse than that, Leslie himself didn't take strike at all. He never received a ball. That was the one, really.
Wasn't it Gubby Allen who recalled Walter Robbins' remark about yourself and Bill Edridge when you'll be partnering, that a call for 1 run was never more than establishing a basis for negotiation?
Yeah. Absolutely true, yes.
Well, now that you've retired from first-class cricket,
but the game itself, I'm going to play a few games next year, Eamonn, and I'm going to write about it, so I will be in close touch.
Oh, you're going to keep in close touch. Well, that's something that
And there's always the village green.
That's right, sir. Charles von St. Peter.
But as soon as a man retires, as you have done in that way, Dennis, he's always asked, well, what about present-day cricket? So I must ask you that.
Well, there's one thing I'm absolutely certain I'm not going to be, and that is one of the sort of old fogies who says, well, in my day, things were so much better than they used to play much better. In fact, I think now the standard is much higher than I ever knew that it was, before.
Well, we miss you in it anyway, and thanks for coming along. Somebody said before we came on, I won't mention any names because there's a well-known actress who's in the theatre here, that, well, of course, the explanation is Dennis Compton's one of the reasons why women watch cricket. So maybe I hope women continue to watch it, eh? Now, we've just about time, and it's going to be really fast going. We have some cards here from people who are in the audience. We collected a whole lot of them. They were reduced to 6 by the producer, and I'm going to pick one of the 6 at random, and the person doesn't know which one is picked, and I'm going to ask that person to come up and challenge the panel very rapidly, and that is someone from Kingsley Road, Green Street, Greenfarm, Kent, Mr. Ricketts. I think it's Mr. Ricketts there. Good. Would you come right up, Mr. Ricketts? You're very welcome. This is a new innovation in What's My Line. We haven't met before. Have you had time to think of a mime?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
give him a mime there, would you, where you are? That's it. You come and sit down here now, please. Fine. Now, this will be our last challenge. You've got just about 2 minutes in which to guess. Mr. R. Ricketts?
That's right.
What does the R stand for?
Ronald.
Ronald. Well, now, we've quickly, Alfred Worms has got up a caption there, and we let you see at home what he does for a living. No? It so happens you couldn't. I mean, I might have thought you could from what I've got in the card here.
Is it useful rather than artistic, the object?
I'll have to give you all a quick guess, because time is... Have a guess each, will you?
Yes. A woodworker.
Very good. Put a word on it.
Master carpenter.
No.
You were trimming something, tidying something up.
No.
You were using adze.
No.
No.
Put a word on it.
A woodworker. He would work, but I can't get any.
A joiner.
No.
Woodworker.
No.
Polisher, French polisher.
No, I judge him to have beaten the panel. Would you tell him what it is?
Chippy.
He's a chippy. I'm sorry it's so brief, but that's all we've time for. Stay here and I'll give you a certificate, Mr. Ricketts. It was a brief but pleasant meeting. We will, of course, be with you next Saturday again at 9 o'clock. It's our thanks to challengers, to Mr. Ricketts for coming up from the audience, to our celebrity Dennis Compton. It's good night from David Nixon, Isobel Barnett, Barbara Kelly, Gilbert Harding. We see you next Saturday at 9. So till then, goodbye.